Welcome back to Fixing Things. I'm Pastor Bill, and we're going to be filling in this trench. So last episode, if you haven't seen it, you need to go back and check it out. And the one before that, I had some disasters going on, but we got a different machine. We got the hole dug. We got the line in. We got the buried tape down in there, the identification tape. All that's done. And today we're going to backfill this, but we're going to put a communication line in there also. That way, when we're out here in the garage, I can have Wi-Fi out there in the garage. Maybe I want to watch a little YouTube or something. You never know. But we're going to get the General Lee running today. Obviously, when I built the General Lee, I tightened all the wheels down except for one. So I got some new bolts. We're going to put some bolts on that rim. We're going to get that General Lee started up. We're going to start backfilling and tamping and get that line in here. And we're going to put another tape across the whole thing, because even though we're down there next to it within 6 inches, I want to be sure. If someone comes and hits the tape, I want them to know that there's power buried there. So let's get with it. Here I got some Cat 5 wire. I know this is the old school stuff. Now they're using Cat 6 or even something better than that, maybe. Who knows? But this is Cat 5 wire. I've had this stuff for years and years and years. I came off a school job, and this is what they use in the schools to run to. And this was like leftover, so they have like buy it in thousands of feet. And so this is, I didn't take it or anything. It just was left over off a job. So we're gonna. It's not pulling. Alright, plan B on this. I got a magic knot. Tell you what, let's do it this way. We'll just roll it out, maybe. So I want to have enough to go inside, so I want to leave a coil here and a coil on the other side to go all the way up to my router on the other side. That's probably enough there. A little more. We'll just start putting this in the trench as we go. What we don't want is kinks in it. Pastor Bill, that's not buried cable proof. That's right, this ain't getting inspected. Power line's getting inspected, but my communication ain't. All right, get on now. Get that in a minute. All right, so this is the garage, and here's where my pipe comes up out of the ground. for my power. That's a 1-inch conduit. But and here's my Cat 5 wire. Get this out of the way. So it's not coming up at the right angle. So we're going to heat the PVC elbow and gradually bend it without kinking it. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep pressure on it. Use a heat gun. So this is the same process they used when they made the pipe. So when they made these elbows and all that stuff, they applied heat to it. Now we use things in the trade like heat boxes and heat wraps, but a heat gun will work if you're careful not to kink your pipe. And you just kind of hold it because it does have memory. You have to wait for it to kind of. Oh, look at that! I was heating up the cricket. Come on, get out of there, cricket. Yeah, go. Just kind of overextend it a little bit. And I got to do a little bit on the other side too. I won't bother you with that. That's how we do it. Then we'll put another piece on here. We'll probably bend that also. Come up, put an LB through the wall, and bury the rest of it, and it'll be ready for inspection. So let's go get the General Lee running. All right, it's time to get the General Lee up and running. Right here, my wheel is loose. Lug nuts are loose. I must not have tightened them up. So I had somebody pick me up some more at the hardware store over at Earl's True Value Hardware. But we're going to get the General Lee running, put some fresh lug nuts on it. And she hadn't been started since the summertime. Since the last time I graded the road, did an awesome job. Hopefully it starts. Got a flat tire, brand new tube, Must be the straighter valve. Key's not in it, means I gotta use the key. She's ready to work. Let's get some air in that tire. last episode, I was grinding my shovel and make my shovel to fit down the trench, my trenching shovel, and I cut right down into my air gauge, my brand new air gauge. But it's still working, so she's still good. Thank God. I think we'll check the vitals on the old General. Check the oil. Perfect. I put diesel in it the last time we used it, and I don't see no leaks. Check the coolant. Oh yeah. Coolant is topped off. I just go inside and get the key and we'll see if this thing starts. Alright, let's see if the General is going to start for us. Then we'll get that wheel tightened up. Alright, turn the key backwards, turns the glow plugs on. Just give it a little bit of throttle. Glow plugs are glowing. My indicator lights are working. How many people think it's going to start? It's been chilly last night. Uh-oh. It's smoking. Spinning slow. Might have to put the jumper on it. I think we have to put the jumper on it. 100%. Jump start ready. Glow plugs engaged. Clear prop. We can't get this wheel back on here right. Why did you drive it, Pastor Bill, with the wheel like that? I didn't know the wheel was like this. Why don't you just tighten those lug nuts up? It's just an old tractor. This is the general lead. And the wheel's been wobbling, so it's done messed up the threads. So we're gonna put brand new. You can see the threads are jacked up already. They've gotten wobbled out. We're gonna use the lock washer over though. She's snugged up on there now. Ugh. I put Looby Dooby on it and everything. I must not have tightened it. That's not fixing things with Pastor Bill. We're about ready to go now. Six brand new lug nuts. Fixed. That's a whole episode fixing things right there. General Lee's back in tip-top shape. All right, I think we got it filled in pretty good. Stomped on it, tamped on it, raked on it, sunk it in more, tamped on it some more, run it generally over it some more. So I got one of my jack stands over top of the hole. See, that thing was sticking right up there. Now I got it graded out. It's right close to the surface of the ground. It goes all the way down almost 38 inches. That was a pretty big trencher that I had. Here's one comes out of the ground here. Not bad if I don't say so myself, for just me doing it. I forget to remember that it was me and a whole crew used to do this stuff before. Now it's just me. All right, so here's the other side right here. There's my Cat 5 line. I think we're going to go ahead and make our penetration through the wall. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make our penetration. The rule of thumb is you don't want your highest breaker over 6 feet. There are certain circumstances you can put it over that, like in extremely tall panels and electric rooms and stuff like that, where the MDP panel is really high. Some panels have 72 breakers in them or even more. So here we're going to have, it's only a small panel. So I'm going to try to keep the breaker height at right around eye level for the main breaker. So the bottom of the panel is going to be right around here-ish. So we're going to make a penetration right around here-ish. But first we're going to get this pipe bent and put into place. So I estimated approximately right here is where we're going to make our bend. It's only got to be about a 15-degree bend. So again, we're going to take the heat gun and just put heat on it. I'm just going to hold it in place a little bit until it kind of holds itself. Oh, yeah, good anglage. So yeah. We want that LB to go in right here. So we're gonna cut that joker right here. It's mighty warm, but she's stiff now. like the rain's getting ready to hit. Getting hungry, my stomach's growling. So this is a 1-inch conduit. I'll be putting maximum fill on this, and that means that we can put 3 number 4 wires in here and a number 8 ground. And that's the maximum fill for this pipe. I'm only going to be running 60 amps. Legally, I can run a number 6 wire, which is smaller, but I like the overkill. I like the overkill in the wire. It's less heat on the wires. It's a long run. Best to be safe. All right, let's make our penetration. All right, we're going to make our penetration with this bit right here. It's an auger bit made by Ideal. It's made for electrical conduits. Its size is made so that the outside of the pipe is the exact same size as this. Not only that, the connectors that you use, these are already made for the right size of your connector. And they're high-speed carbide. This is old. It's got a bunch of chunks in it, but it still cuts, and it works great. So we're going to try to go right here-ish. She's old, but she still does it. Rebel, these are not yours. I've had these ever since we've started. All right, so now we can make our put our pipe through the wall and glue it on. So it's about a 2-inch metal stud that's there. So if I come out past that, I can trim it off later. And that's what we'll do. Now we got to put a strap on this too. So the code requires, from any penetration or junction box or something like that, about 2 feet. There we go. Now it's perfect. Tight tolerances. All right, just to show you how tight the tolerances are, that hole is almost exactly the same size as that conduit. That thing will bolt up right there. We'll mount a strap right here somewhere. So the wall is considered support, the ground is considered support. So somewhere, oh, my tripod, somewhere right down in here, we'll put another support right here, a standoff. I should have some somewhere. I was an electrician for a long time. I'll find some in my my old gear somewhere. I'm sure I got one. Matter of fact, I'll do that right now. I'll go see if I can't find one. All right, I don't have a strap, and it's starting to rain. And I did a lot of work today. We got this thing backfilled. We got the tape in. Got it all graded down. Got my penetration through the wall. I don't know if it's a good video or not, but I feel I got some stuff done. So I can show you what it looks like on the inside. Let's do that real quick. Let's take you in there. So here is the penetration that comes from the LB. It's on the outside, and this will be the lower left-hand corner of the panel. So the panel will sit right here. Then the wires will come up, go into panel, go into the lugs. Or since it's a reversible, I could just put it into the bottom of the lugs. So I made sure I bought a panel that was reversible. Some panels are not reversible. When you go to put your cover on, all of a sudden your breakers and stuff don't line up. So if you're gonna you gotta check those things out. That's what you gotta do. Anyways, that's what the penetration looks like, and I'll show you what this LB does. In an LB, what you don't do is you do not make your connections in the LB. There's no connections in the LB. It's just made for pulling and penetrations. So you take the cover off, and you can run your fish stick all the way down to the other LB. Right? Tie your wire onto your fish. Then you pull the wires back up through. And then you can bend your wires and shove them through the LB into the panel. Same thing on the other side. It'll penetrate through the wall, and it'll go into conduit that's underneath the house, go through, around, and up into the panel. So we'll pull those wires up. So the way we'll do it is that side over there is where we'll have the wire, because we got approximately 30 feet to inside the panel. We got almost 100 feet right to here. So we want to be somewhere in the midway point. You don't want to be pulling all 130 feet of wire through this LB. So you want to be midway point, which would be up by the house. I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. We're doing pretty good. I got some shorts out there that helped. Some of them are pretty funny, where I rented the machine and the tread broke and everything. That actually helped my algorithm quite a bit. Remember, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Right? Like I said, I used to do this stuff all by myself. No, I had a crew. I don't remember how hard it was, because now I do, because now I'm doing it, if that even makes sense. You also, if you like my stuff, you can also check out my church channel at Pastor Bill Curtis. You can check it out there and get the gospel and find out what's going on in the world and everything else. It's bad out there. It's bad out there. The media is not letting you know what it's really like out there. All they can focus on is election, and all they can do is focus on other things. But the world is in chaos right now, all over the world. And there's videos out there. Being in Christ helps protect you from the chaos that's in this world. I got a lot of mess to clean up. God bless each and every one of you. Love you.